What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again. Tony Digital bringing back another 4K visual, back with another banger today, guys, on a very breaking news video. We talked a little bit about this on this channel, but mainly on my second channel, and that is of the Warren Lotas Nike Dunk, or the Warren Lotas Dunk, or the Warren, whatever you want to call it. We called it the Nike Dunk, the Warren Lotas Nike Dunk. That's why he's getting sued. Warren Lotas is being sued right now by Nike, and that is for the releases and for the future releases of the Nike Dunk that he's been, modifying and creating his own Warren Lotas Dunk. And for quite some time now, they've been getting a lot of talk in the community, a lot of hate, a lot of love. He's dropped, I think, 2 different colorways in the past, one being of like a Jason Voorhees original colorway, the low top version, then a Heineken version. And then I won't even say he also dropped the Stussy one, which people have not yet got in. They're starting to get those in. And then recently, where the big news broke, where all the eyes started going even more so on this Warren Lotas brand and the shoes, was the collaboration alongside with Staple. Now, I wouldn't say necessarily collaboration, but he stated it as a head nod or stamp of approval from Jeff Staple that they could put the bird on the back of the shoe. Now, for quite some time, you know what I'm saying, I have voiced my opinion on Twitter about it. Overall, I didn't really see a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? The little thing I said that some people got mad about was just like, we did a lot of similar things, back in SneakerCon days, not to Warren Lotas' caliber, not to that many eyes. Like for instance, right here, right? We did something where we mixed, the Braves logo and made it into a sample logo. You know what I'm saying? Something similar to what he did with the Nike logo. We did something very similar there. And back then we used to get flack about it, but nowadays it's okay. Like doing stuff like what he was doing, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly okay. I never had a problem with it. However, I did see the possibility in the problem of the future of him getting sued by the way he was doing his reimaginations. One thing when going into, the clothing business, you always want to make sure you're not breaking codes, not breaking laws to get sued or get cease and desist and stuff like that. And when we went to start doing those type of designs that were mimicking those of NBA logos, baseball logos, city logos and stuff like that, I wanted to make sure we would not run into nothing of that nature. However, at the same time, we're a small brand. We're YouTubers. Let's go ahead and throw everything out that the people that don't like us would say, so we could just use it that way. We're a small brand. We're just YouTubers. We're not really making that much noise. Our designs are whack, right? So there's a huge possibility that we would never get hit at all. But it's better to be safe than sorry. Also, adding on to this, when you deal with these brands, when you deal with like the certain things like pushing like that, you usually don't get sued. You just get a cease and desist, which is basically saying stop making it. If you don't stop making it, we're going to sue you. But hey, just stop. We see it, we don't like it, stop. And after that, we move forward. Chinatown Market, it happens to them all the time, especially with some of their knockoff things that they do, like when they did at Complex Con, they sold a whole bunch of bootlegged stuff. I have a Chinatown LV print that they made, and it's pretty much saying like, back there, I have the like LV print pillow, right? They basically did that on purpose. Chinatown Market, fake, they wanted to make it like a bootleg thing. And when asked like, why aren't you guys worried? They was like, well, normally, we just get sent like a cease and desist, and by then we already dropped the product we want and we move on and we're good. So that's very similar to what happens with a lot of these people out here. Now, one way to not get sued or get a cease and desist is by following a very simple, but sometimes I guess complex guideline. When you're making something close or inspired by the original thing that could get you potentially sued, you have to make sure that there's no sort of confusion. Like it's actually stated in that type of, in the documentation like of copyright. Don't make something that the main thing that dictates where you get sued or not is making something that can confuse the person that's purchasing your item thinking that it's the original item. So when someone went to go buy this, they're not gonna think it's an Atlanta Braves bomber jacket because it says sample. Like there's no confusion, you know what I'm saying? If it said Atlanta right here in the same font, there's some confusion. If it says Brave Boys or something, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll be some sort of confusion. Now, I can't lie. This could be more so confusion. I don't know why Atlanta hasn't taken that logo yet. I don't know why I haven't ever seen that logo. I'm happy that I made that logo, you know what I'm saying? Or I created it with the Tomahawks. I'm surprised that has not happened yet. Maybe it happened in the future, but I wouldn't own it anyway. But that would be some more sort of a confusion. Like when you go and see, oh damn, Tomahawks, hey, is this a Braves jacket? You buy it, thinking that it's a Brave jacket. When you buy something, when it causes a confusion to the buyer, that is where the lawsuit can happen. And right off the rip, when it comes to Nike and Warren Lotas, the confusion is the swoosh. People aren't buying Warren Lotas because of Warren Lotas. They're buying Warren Lotas because it looks similar to the original thing. And the check, if you see the picture, it's a damn check with a nose on it. So there is not really at all any differences except for a nose peak. No shots to Warren Lotas, because one thing I have to give the man is credit. The fact that he was getting so much bread that it made Nike sue him. Nike would usually let, if I made a fake Air Force One right now and sold it, Nike's not going to just jump out and sue me, bro. They might send a cease and desist maybe, but you have to be making a lot of money and a lot of noise for Nike to jump out and do something like that. So that's showing you how big, how much money, and where he's been at with it for Nike to jump out and sue this man. But like I stated before, people, I'm just, look, maybe you are watching and bought it. Maybe you bought it because of Warren Lotas. I'm gonna be 100 with you. 90%, 80%, I'm pretty sure bought it because of what it mimicked, what it looked like. People bought the staple pigeon because they didn't hit on the original staple pigeon. They didn't buy it because Warren Lotas made it. They bought it because Jeff Staple approved it and that it has a pigeon logo on the back of it. That is why, and it looks like the original pigeon. That is why they bought it. So that is why Nike's, I think, jumping out the gate right now. Also, if you're just a regular person who's just on the internet and you see that shoe and then you see the original one, I can see where you can be, be confused on what the hell's going on. Like, I can see that you could think that that is a Nike Dunk because the check is so close and it has the same pigeon on the back. Now, my only question wondering is, was the staple pigeon the ice that broke the ice that broke the camel's back, or whatever the hell they call it, or was this going on for quite some time? Have they been did that break it right there, or was it already in the works from when they did the Stussy drop? I'm very curious to know when this all popped off. I could definitely say though, however, that staple pigeon was the one that really put all the eyes on the brand. Like, he made I think he made some millions off that. I can't even lie. And moving furthermore, I'm curious to know, what does this mean for the relationship between Jeff Staple and Nike now that Nike is actually suing him? Does Jeff Staple, retract his statement or say that, I didn't tell him he could do it, I just said I liked what he was doing and he took it as I gave him a stamp of approval? Like, I wonder how Staple's gonna move on this, because if you're looking at it in the way he posted his tweet on Instagram, which we'll pull up, let's pull up the tweet real quick. Official Staple Pigeon and Warren Lotas reinterpretation of OG shoes are gone. Thank you, Jeff and Billy, for giving me an opportunity to be part of a legacy. Love me or hate me, I'm glad we can include so many more people in this moment. An official reinterpretation of a fucking classic. So it's a collaboration with Jeff Staples. So I'm wondering now, how does Jeff walk this back with Nike when they probably looking at him like, you with this, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, or if it's, maybe Nike doesn't care about what Jeff did. Maybe Jeff, they don't even care about that. Maybe they don't care about none of it. They just want the bread. I'm looking forward to seeing how this turns out with the relationship with Staple and Nike moving into the future, because it could hurt it. It could not do anything, or who knows? The biggest thing of them all. Let's take a sip of this Dr. Pepper, which one day we hope to get sponsored. Dr. Pepper, you need to sponsor me, man. One of the oldest ladies in the world. She said one of the oldest things, the way she survived was drinking Dr. Pepper like once a day. Look it up. Type in oldest lady in the world, Dr. Pepper. It'll probably pop up. But the biggest news of them all, the biggest question, I would say, of it all is, what the hell is gonna happen to your money out there that just bought this shoe? Yeah, you just spent that $300, right? Well, Warren Lotas is being sued for I don't know how much. Pretty sure that deposit has been already paid for those shoes. So your shoe is more than likely getting made. There's two things. One, the deposit is made on the shoe. The shoe is being made now, right? Can he complete the order now? Since the sale has already been done, can those shoes now be sent off to the people? Or I guess, because he's gotten the millions of dollars. So I'm guessing he can complete the order, pay that person, pay the vendor, they ship the shoe to you, and that's fine. But then moving forward, they're just done. That's what it's looking like. But I'm curious to know how much they're suing. If think of it this way, 3,000 pairs are sold. Let's say 3,000 pairs are sold, which I'm pretty sure it was more, bro. It was a damn pre-order. I'm pretty sure it's way more than that. 3,000 pairs are sold, $300. That's $900,000. I think he made $15 million off that release. Me personally, because it said there was like, somebody was tweeting it was like 50,000 sales or 50,000 pairs sold or whatever, right? For $300, yeah, you do the math. The thing of this though, $900,000. Okay. Usually when dealing in clothing, in shoes, because sample shoe is being made. It's right here in front of my face. I have a sample shoe. Sample Industries, sneakers dropping. Usually when doing clothing, shoes, whatever, they want, or at least for me, they want I think for the slides, when we made the slides, they usually go down lower. When they make like sample slides, they did like 20%. But we're gonna use simple math, 50%. On the nice side, 40%. They're gonna want 50% of this though. So, you know, divide that by 2. They want $450,000. So bam, he drops that off. They start making it. He has $450,000 now left from that release. What happens when Nike comes after you for that full $900,000 that you just did? You have to come up with another additional $450. That's where the problem is. And Nike says we want everything that you did. Like we want all that money from that release, which is $900,000. You already dropped off $450. You have to drop another $450 for the vendor. So you need to cough up $450 for the vendor to get those orders out to the people, and you need to drop another $900,000 to Nike, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe hopefully get into some sort of settlement, which can work things out. So that's a very scary thing right there. It's not like Nike's gonna say, we just want $100,000. They're gonna look at what he sold, because when they're suing, I'm pretty sure, and it gets deep into it, they're gonna be able to see all this stuff, how much he was selling, how much he made, and then they can dictate how much they wanna go after. I'm curious to know, what does this mean for the people that are getting their shoes made right now in these Stussy collabs? I wanna know how much this means for the people who got in previous ones. Is your shoe gonna go up in value? You might have a shoe that's worth hella money now. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it can be resold at this point, but it's a lot of things, man. It's a lot of questions. It's a very crazy, touchy, interesting subject that it's already flooded right now on YouTube, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Me personally, I think your boy done fucked up, straight up. I already knew something weird was gonna go on, because that swoosh was already very, very close looking to me. And I've already stated on my secondary channel about people are not buying the Warren Lotas because of Warren Lotas. They're buying it because of it looking like a Nike product. One thing I can say is people weren't buying this because they were buying it. Let me say this. They were buying this because they were from Atlanta, and because it looked like something of Atlanta braids. And they also though bought into it because they messed with me and Bull. That's one thing I can say about Sample. People buy into our product because of us. We haven't gotten to that level yet where, let's say we have 100 customers who bought Sample. Out of that 100, 95 of them know me and Bull. We're not yet to that level where out of 200 customers, you know, 150 knows us, 50 of them don't even know anything about me and Bull on YouTube. They just see this brand on Google and all that, and they liked it and they bought into it. I'm pretty sure there's some people, and I'm pretty sure that grows as time goes on, but people are buying into us and the brand rather than just buying into the product. Warren Lotas, the guy that owns Warren Lotas' name is Billy or something like that, or Bill or something. His name's not, Warren Lotas is not even a person. He's not, last time I checked, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you look up on the internet, you see the guy, it's like a dude, bald head, and I think his name is like Billy or some shit like that. His name's not Warren Lotas. So, you know, it is what it is. I won't, like I said, I don't want to knock the man. The man makes great clothing, in my opinion. It's just a lot of stuff that was already on there. I was already questioning it. And I'm very surprised with how much money he was making. He wasn't already like making enough money where he can get lawyers in on this and figuring out like if he was breaking any laws. I'm pretty sure we will find out more news as time goes on. And go and subscribe to my secondary channel, Too Wild for TV. That way you guys can keep up to date on what's going on with this topic at hand, because we're going to drop a video on the secondary channel. It might be already up by the time you see this video. Going deeper into it, looking on different articles and websites about this topic. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below. Did you cop a pair? Let me know if you copped the pair, if you're worried. If you copped the pair, there's nothing wrong. I'm not like knocking you. Let me know why you copped it, and are you worried right now? I'd love to know. Like I'm saying, when you're worried about getting your shoes, or you worried about, at the end of the day, you can do a chargeback, I'm pretty sure. You'll be straight. But I'm curious to know where you guys stand right now with everything going on. And let me know, like I said, what do you think about Jeff Staples? What's gonna happen with Jeff Staples? Like, what is it gonna ruin the relationship? No. What do you think about the people that already dropped the deposit of the money? Let me know everything. Let's start a discussion down below in the comment section. I love you guys, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna go live now on Twitch on Black Ops. The beta is finally open, and your boy's gonna get it in, man. Links are all down below to the secondary channel, to the Twitch. I love y'all. It's your boy Tony D Too Wild. I'm checking in, checking out. Peace.